Alright, so Gemini is a murder mystery that takes place in Los Angeles, and you can kind of think of it like Mulholland Drive, but without all of the swerving, Neon Demon with its lights, Nightcrawler with its eeriness, and I personally would give it a rent it that might have been higher if it weren't so obsessed with LA. Let me explain. So Zoe Kravitz plays one of those actresses who wants like every other day to be a mental health day. She's got an assistant who does all her dirty work, like dropping out of films last second, and she's pretty much upsetting a lot of people around her. One night a fan stalks her just to get a picture. That night Zoe also asks her assistant for a gun since she's got a crazy ex calling her up. And then the next day, girl be dead. So John Cho shows up and he's gotta figure some stuff out. 1. Is it the assistant who killed her since her fingerprints are obviously on the gun? 2. Could it be the K-pop star friend that they got who's super famous but also happens to have the missing coins in her house? 3. Is it the angry boyfriend who was leaving mad voicemails? 4. The writer who was ditched last second on his project? Or the crazy fan? And why are there so many shots of LA? Looking like a damn tourist promo. We then follow the assistant till she buys a wig and a hat and glasses to, I don't know, Clark Kent herself. She's sneaking into a hotel room, dipping on the cops. There's 20 more pans of LA. And then all of a sudden it's reported on the news that the body wasn't even Zoe's. How? Yeah, we're just gonna take this super famous girl's body and no one's even gonna ID her on the scene, or at least, look at her face. The assistant then decides to go to a mountain retreat home that was actually mentioned earlier in the movie where, dun dun dun, she finds her chilling like Tupac out in Cuba. Now we got ourselves two options, right? Two little theories that have been going on. Was this crazy fan really stalking Zoe, and then she shot her out of fear when she went into her house and then fled to the retreat in order to avoid all of the drama? Or, considering that they both shared this Gemini tattoo, some can see it as this being a crazy fan giving her life so her idol could be free. I mean, if we're looking at the story behind the constellation, that could definitely be the case. Quick note too, Kanye, Depp, Tupac, and Trump, they all share the same sign, which is a Gemini. Anyways, the constellation story revolves around these two twins who were regarded as minor gods in Greek mythology, one of them actually being known as the one who was risen from the underworld. Which she kinda is. Pretty much one was known as being immortal while the other one was mortal and died, and the one twin who's still alive goes up to his dad and is like, yo, let him live. And then he made them both stars so they can shine bright like a diamond. So you can see Zoe as using this crazy fan as an excuse. Maybe a fan who was actually in cahoots with her. That's why the fan not only had a similar tattoo and was completely obsessed with her, but showed up that night to take that Instagram picture in order to show that she was being stalked, so when she appeared it wasn't that weird for the cops to think it was her. That's why the Asian friend took the coins, since this was something that was already being planned. That's why she dropped out of the movie. And that's why she already had a place to stay, a retreat that they were going to go to. It's the story of a lookalike, or kind of lookalike, giving up her life so that the other can be immortal. Either way, she pretty much becomes a legend because, tabloids are going to eat that stuff up. Like, think about what would happen if a Hollywood star today got murdered and it got all this crazy attention. Now imagine how much crazier it would be if that star came back from the dead. Like, bro, if Selena came back tomorrow, she's out doing Beychella in a second. In the end, Zoe gets interviewed for her comeback. Cho pretty much drops the case. The assistant seems to accept the fact that she's back and at least has a job again. And the movie leaves you to ponder with a 1 minute long take of Los Angeles. We get it. You love LA, we'll visit it. Thank you guys for checking out this video. As always, I'm curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I think it's a good movie. Like I said, it's a rent it because it's better to watch at home, mainly because it's on a very big limited release. But I wanted to cover it for those who weren't aware about it, for those who had some thoughts on the ending. Like I would say, there's two theories that you can go with. I definitely think that the super fan was a part of it, was giving up her life. Goes with the story of the constellation, with all little clues that were hinted in there. Other than that, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll send you a free trip to LA.